those are some real treacherous dudes. They hard. So when you going into battle with one of them, it's like you battling for your life because they trying to take your life.
All right, well, with that being said, what I want to do with this conversation is, I want to go a little deeper as far as, you survived one of America's bloodiest prison. And as we go into it a little further, I want to ask you as far as what skill or skills do you feel that you had that helped you or allowed you to survive that time frame? And if any of those skills, did you have to learn them or, grow to nurture them to be able to survive for that long?
I think I had the skill, a fighting skill, or just coming up in the environment that I came up in. I had to know how to fight, and I had the skill of I had a leadership skill.
Yeah.
That I was just born with, that no one really just set me down and just taught me how to hunt it, to just taught me what I need to do to be better at it.
Yeah.
But in prison, I just read. But I always knew I had this because from elementary, just coming up, I was always the guy that was gonna lead the crowd, lead the pack.
Yeah. When you speak on even fighting, is knowing how to fight, is that something you have to get better at from? And did you get better at it from the time you was a young kid going in to the time you got old, and as far as going into a few decades? Is that something you got better at, or you something that you didn't practice a lot, so therefore sometimes you don't have those skills when you don't do it every day?
It works both ways. I think what you have to get better at, especially coming from Shreveport, you gotta get better at being more ruthless. Because, man, prison is the place. It's a jungle. When you comparing it to animals, man, it's animals in prison. I mean, and people don't like the comparisons of humans to animals, but man, if you go to lockdown, and this is just an example, if you go to solitary confinement and you're in solitary confinement for a real long time, so man, when they let you out, it's like you been released, like you letting a dog out of confinement. A dog gonna come out and just bark and boom, just do things.
Yeah.
It's the same instincts that resonate within the human coming out. So going into prison, man, you got some really tough dudes. You got some guys, and you got certain cities. Certain cities are rougher than other cities. Like New Orleans, those are some real treacherous dudes. They hard. So when you going into battle with one of them, it's like you battling for your life because they trying to take your life. And so if you come in with a softness, you got to lose that, because it ain't nothing finna be soft. The boys in Baton Rouge tough like that too. So you got to take your easiness. You got to leave that at the gate. You got to go in there and be really, really tough, man.
Damn. So can you not have compassion while you in there? You have to kill that. If compassion is if that's a trait that you have to leave that at the door.
Yeah, most times you got to leave it at the door, because prison ain't for soft dudes. And dudes in an era. So like in the era I went there, if you was a compassionate dude, 9 times out of 10, you was gonna be a dude that a dude was gonna get. And when I mean get, you wasn't gonna be scraped. Like you walked into that scrape, I'm gonna say 6 times out of 10, you was probably not gonna walk back out of that scrape, because you got to leave that nice stuff to the side. So that was like me going in there at 17. I'm going into an abnormal situation. I'm not going into a situation where I'm in society and I can do things this way, man. You got to go in there. You got to, like if a dude just growled at you, man, you got to attack him. You can't let nothing go. And it was sad that it was like that, but that's how it was. You could not let anything slide. You had to do everything, and everything had to be to the example. And the way you started, it was the way you was gonna lead. It was the way you was gonna leave it. So you couldn't go in there, let a dude, damn, what's up, little baby? You gotta act on that. You gotta act on that immediately. Because everybody looking, those be tests.
Yeah. So even if it's not a test, let's say somebody just talking to you, but you gotta treat it like it's like, nah, you kind of disrespecting me here. You have to move on that. Or can you have that conversation like, bro, you trying to, can you ask questions or get right? Like, nah, I got to get right to it.
In the initial stages of my incarceration in Angola, no, it was no talk. I think in this stage, in this day and age, you could talk it out because the test is different. The results of that test. It's like, we go through school, the teacher give everybody the same test. And you got to have the same answers because they got the answers on the sheet.
Yeah.
In prison, everybody gonna get a test, but it's gonna be a different test.
Yeah.
And you gotta ace that test each and every time.
Prison Stories 101. Just like that, we are right back, man. We got him in the building, man. T-Winn, man. How's it going?
Oh man, it's going beautifully.
Definitely. First and foremost, I always like to have you reintroduce yourself. Let them know where you're from and how much time you served.
I'm T-Winn. I'm from Shreveport, the Cooper Road. I served 30 years and 7 months from the age of 16 to the age of 46.
Whenever we have someone, again, you kind of one of the guys, you and Mandigo, as far as kicked off this whole Prison Stories thing a while back, and then you came back and did another interview, which actually touched a lot of people. Have you gotten any feedback from that interview in regards to just people from where you from around, just moving around? Have you got any feedback on that one?
I got some. I mean, as a matter of fact, coming to the studio, I got one of my homegirls he been like, man, you did a great job on the interview. I'm just looking at it. It's been people from a lot of different areas that saw it. Like, there's a woman named Heather in Houston.
Yeah.
She screenshot and let me know that her and her husband was looking at it. So it's been getting a lot of people been looking at it.
That's real. Anything that you said in that last interview that either touched anybody, made them, double back and tell you like, man, when you was talking about this or that, anything that they couldn't believe that you said that was like, nah, that's just wild.
They didn't give me specifics, but like Treasure was just saying, my story's gonna help a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And she was saying she was laughing about me talking about the girls in the corners and stuff. I think a lot of people found that humorous.